8 parents thought they could explain their way out of it, but they underestimated one person, Judge Vonda B. In just moments, the entire courtroom changed energy, and everything they said started working against them instead of for them.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, my kids are always with me, and she's always at work. She's always working for the hospital. Yeah, we said back then that we could do this together as one. I wouldn't so much as far as swapping complete.
All right, guys. This case starts like a normal child support hearing, but within minutes it turns into something way deeper. A father says he completely changed his life and work schedule just to raise his kids alone, while the mother slowly disappeared from the family. And once the judge starts asking questions, the excuses, the emotional damage, and the shocking admissions begin stacking up fast. By the end of this hearing, somebody's entire lifestyle is about to collide with reality in a brutal way.
For mornings, which she was, but she volunteered for more hours, and even when she's not at work, she's just never home. I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at. And, I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety. But my kids always wonder where she's at. They're always at, for days at a time, she's never home. And we broke it off several weeks ago. And only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids, especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to.
This is where the emotional weight of the case really starts hitting. The father is not just talking about money, he is talking about abandonment. He explains that one child has autism, medical appointments are constant, and he has been handling everything alone while barely surviving financially. In family court, judges pay very close attention to who is actually showing up consistently for the children. And right now, every detail he gives is building credibility in his favor.
All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She just, for as long as I can remember, about 2 years now, she's just never been wanting to come home really. And honestly, I've caught her having some painkillers that I would only assume she's taken from the hospital she works at. She's either on painkillers, or sometimes I'll find needles around and whatnot. So I know she works at a hospital, so she's got to get the drugs from there.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know?
I just hate that it's really around the kids.
Now the case takes a darker turn. The father starts describing possible drug use, missing painkillers, and even needles being found around the home. What makes this even more disturbing is his claim that the children sometimes found these things first. That instantly changes the tone of the courtroom. This is no longer just about child support. Now there are concerns about safety, stability, and what kind of environment these kids may have been exposed to behind closed doors.
Where he's getting this intel from, but that's
obviously
not
the
true.
kids.
I mean,
are you saying your kids are liars?
I mean, they could be. I mean, I'm not sure.
You're not sure because you're not around that much?
I am around. I just have to work all the time. I mean, it's not my fault that, saving lives isn't important to him.
No, I believe it is important to him. I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you're not contributing anything.
Watch how quickly the judge notices the disconnect here. Instead of directly denying the accusations or showing concern for the children, the mother immediately shifts toward defending herself and her work schedule. But family court is not impressed by titles or careers alone. Being a nurse may explain long hours, but it does not erase parental responsibility. And the judge is starting to realize that the father may actually be carrying nearly the entire emotional and physical burden at home.
That's your responsibility, right?
She brings him fast food and leaves again.
Okay, but it's food though.
But you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say, here's food, and leave.
I mean, the tablet works just fine. They can just eat and watch the tablet. Like, why is that a problem?
Because.
So you want to raise a child off of a tablet? You think that's okay?
They have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like, I need to go to sleep at some point in time.
This moment probably shocked a lot of people watching. The mother casually says the kids can just eat fast food and sit with tablets while she sleeps or leaves again. Meanwhile, the father describes reading with them, helping with homework, and sacrificing sleep just to stay involved in their lives. That contrast is massive in court. Judges are constantly evaluating not just financial support, but actual parenting effort. And right now, one parent sounds exhausted from trying, while the other sounds emotionally checked out.
It doesn't matter if I lose sleep over it. I mean, that's why I went to overnight, because I want to spend time with my kids. I went to overnight.
His shift to
As he
spend more
should,
time
he's
with
a
the
dad.
kid. As you should, you're a mom. The audacity.
I mean, but I have a more important job.
I mean, how many times are you going to say that? I mean, you have the audacity to say that he's a dad and he should do these things, but you're the mom and not doing these things. He changed his shift, why can't you?
Because it's inconvenient to me.
I've actually heard a couple times to where she says, I gave birth to him, it's your job to take care of him.
You believe that?
Yes.
Interesting. Wow. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
The judge is clearly losing patience here, and honestly, you can understand why. The father changed his entire career schedule to be present for the kids, but the mother keeps acting like parenting is optional. Then comes the bombshell, the claim that because she gave birth, taking care of the children should mostly be his job. That is exactly the kind of statement that can completely destroy credibility in family court. What would you have thought hearing that live in the courtroom?
You will force you to spend time with them, but you should want to spend time with the kids. And I mean, considering that one of them has autism, you should want to spend more time with your kids.
I mean, I get it, but it's too much work having a kid with autism. That's why I just leave it to him, because he's better suited for that.
Right, yeah, no. I'm not about to do this game with you. Since you left a month and a week ago.
This next part is heartbreaking. The mother openly admits that raising a child with autism feels like too much work, so she leaves it to the father because he is better suited for it. And you can almost feel the atmosphere in the courtroom shift instantly. Judges hear difficult custody cases every day, but hearing a parent verbally distance themselves from a special needs child hits differently. At this point, the court is no longer wondering who the primary caregiver is. It is painfully obvious.
All right.
She's actually asked for money instead of giving.
And then you have the nerve to ask for money and the kids are with him?
I mean, he has an obligation to give me support.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. You came here to waste my time because you have the same obligation to your kids. He should not be paying you anything if the kids are with him majority of the time. If they're living with him, if he is the primary parent, he is tasked with the daily duties of caring for these kids. He shouldn't pay you anything, ma'am. And it is ridiculous that you believe that he should.
Now comes the legal reality check. The mother actually argues that the father should still financially support her, even though the children live primarily with him. That is when the judge completely shuts the argument down. In child support law, the court focuses on who is carrying the day-to-day responsibility of raising the children. Since he is housing them, feeding them, and caring for them full-time, the logic completely flips against her. This is the exact moment the case turns decisively in his favor.
All right, health insurance.
That's about I just have the individual. He has a family one under his plan, so I just pay $80 every 2 weeks.
Okay, health insurance. Is it private health insurance? Is the children under Medicaid? What are we doing?
It's Medicaid.
Medicaid?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to pay that back to Medicaid, just FYI, unless you want to put them on private health insurance, which I don't see why you would have a problem with it. You're a nurse. You have access to private health insurance, right?
Yes.
So why did you just get an individual plan when you have a family? That was a question.
Because it's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibility.
Listen carefully here because the judge is exposing something important. The mother earns around $60,000 a year, works in healthcare, yet chose to only carry individual insurance while the children stayed on Medicaid. The court immediately questions why she avoided providing family coverage when she clearly had access through her employer. Family court judges pay close attention to choices like this because they reveal priorities. And based on the judge's reaction, the court is seeing a pattern that does not look good at all.
Doing your part.
I feel like I'm always not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
you
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Because
You don't want to have your kids?
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want him because I wanted to go party. And, like, he was just like, no, we got this. And, like, how is it my fault? He wanted them. I didn't want them. So.
But you kept them.
no, we've talked about having kids and we've wanted kids.
I know, but
once
like,
she
when we
got
were
pregnant,
older,
once she got
not right
pregnant and
now.
she knew she couldn't do what she needed anymore, or really what she wanted anymore, then it was just, oh, this baby's really an inconvenience to our lives.
I mean, but you know
This
what I
child
like to
support
party.
payment is about to be an inconvenience to you as well, because you're going to pay child support. Whether you wanted them or not is beside the point. You had them.
This may be the most jaw-dropping moment of the entire hearing. The mother admits she originally did not want the children because she wanted to keep partying, and now she is basically arguing that the father wanted them more, so responsibility should fall mostly on him. But legally, that argument goes nowhere. Once children are here, both parents are responsible emotionally and financially. The judge wastes no time making that crystal clear before calculating what is about to become a massive support order.
$1,000 a year. I have your gross set at $5,000. Your net is $4,101.87. Medicaid reimbursement based on 9% of your gross is $450. Do you think you can get health insurance through your employer that's cheaper than that for the children?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
You don't want to look into it?
Not really.
we work for the same company. Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. So this is what we'll do. You just go ahead and pay that, and you can roll your eyes all you want to. I can roll my eyes too. We're just going to have you reimburse Medicaid that full $450. So that brings your monthly child support obligation for 2 children to $1,025 plus the $450 reimbursement to Medicaid for $1,475. Now, it looks like Dad also requested for you to pay back pay for that month and a week that you left and haven't given the children anything. I'm going to grant his request. So you have arrearages in the amount of $1,475.
Here comes the financial hammer. The judge starts calculating income, Medicaid reimbursement, back pay, and monthly obligations piece by piece. And you can tell the mother still does not fully understand how serious this has become. By the end of the calculation, she is ordered to pay roughly $1,500 a month. That number is not random. It reflects the court's conclusion that the father has been carrying the overwhelming majority of the parenting responsibility alone for weeks.
You have any questions about anything I just said?
I mean, I just feel like it should be less. What am I going to be left with to party with? Like, what am I going to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up some extra shifts or work a part-time job.
Or take care of your kids.
You know, if she doesn't want to take care of her kids, I really don't care at this point. I just want to make sure he gets some financial assistance.
I mean, but he makes enough money.
And I mean, you make enough money too. So again, do you have any questions about anything I just said?
No.
Okay, you have any questions?
And the ending says everything. Even after hearing the final amount, the mother's biggest concern is how the payment will affect her social life, while the father says all he wants is help supporting the kids. That contrast likely shaped the entire outcome of this case. The judge saw one parent sacrificing sleep, work schedules, and stability for the children, and another avoiding accountability. If this courtroom moment stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Allen, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, basically, my sister came and dropped her kids off 9 months ago and hasn't come back for them.
How old are the kids?
4 and 7.
All right. What do you mean she dropped?
All right, guys. This case starts like a normal family favor, but within seconds it turns into something way deeper. A woman tells the judge her own sister dropped off 2 kids for the summer and never came back. No support, no plan, nothing. And once the mother finally explains why she walked away, The entire courtroom energy changes instantly. What would you do if your own family disappeared and left 2 children in your care?
So I, volunteered to help out, but she hasn't come back for them, nor does she give any financial support. So I'm here.
Okay. And you want your sister to pay child support to you for her 4-year-old and her 7-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Are these boys, girls?
The older one's a girl, and
Okay.
the younger one's a boy.
Okay. What about health insurance?
She pays the health insurance.
Okay. All right. Is there anything?
Notice how calm and respectful the sister is here. She's not asking for revenge, custody drama, or punishment. She's simply saying, I need help raising these kids you abandoned. That actually matters legally because the court can clearly see she stepped up as the stable caregiver. And emotionally, you can hear she still loves her sister despite everything. Do you think you could stay this calm in her position?
I just need help.
Understand. Okay. Ma'am, what is the reason that you dropped your children off with your sister and haven't been back to get them?
I just decided that I don't want to have kids.
Excuse me?
I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, well, you already had them.
And here comes the moment that shocks everyone. The judge asks why she left her children, and the answer is brutally direct. I don't want to have kids anymore. No emergency, no crisis, no misunderstanding, just a decision to walk away from motherhood. You can literally feel the courtroom freeze after that statement. Did this confession completely change how you see the case?
No, I just don't want to have kids anymore.
Okay, interesting. Now, what about the financial part of it? What about paying your sister child support to take care of your children? I mean, you don't want them. You're not raising them. They've been with her for the past 9 months. So wouldn't you say it's fair to give her some money for them?
I don't really have it. I only make like $40,000 a year.
But you're making money, okay? Do you live alone?
Yes.
You live alone. You make $40,000 a year. She said you pay health insurance.
Now the conversation shifts from emotion to responsibility. The judge immediately focuses on finances because legally, whether she wants to parent or not doesn't erase child support obligations. That's the key point here. The children still need food, housing, clothing, and care. And once the court hears she earns income and pays insurance, the excuse of, I can't help, starts falling apart fast.
What are you going to school for? Let me ask you this first.
For fashion.
Fashion, okay. You plan to make a lot of money with that?
Hopefully one day.
Do you intend on getting your kids back at some point?
I mean, I don't know. I just know how I feel right now, and I just don't want to have my kids. I just want to focus on my career.
So let's talk about that. Did you just wake up one day and say, I don't want to have kids anymore, and I'm going to send them, make it seem as though I want my sister to keep them for the summer, when really I'm just going to drop them off and never pick them back up? Like, how did you get to that point?
It just kind of happened, and
This is where the judge starts digging deeper into motive. Was this really about stress in school? Or was there another influence behind abandoning the kids? Judges do this all the time. They look for the real story underneath the surface explanation. And the more she talks, the more it sounds like this wasn't a temporary arrangement at all. Do you think she planned never to come back from the beginning?
Did they have kids?
No.
They didn't want your kids around?
I mean, not necessarily. I just...
So was that what started this? You not wanting your kids because the person you were in a relationship with really didn't want your kids around?
Well, no. It's just, I just want to focus on my school, and I work, and so that's like my whole day. And
you have to understand why this is hard for me to process, right? You know, because myself, I'm a parent, and I'll do whatever for my kids. That includes career, whatever. So to be sitting across from you and you're very adamant about that, it's really shocking for me. So you have to.
The judge's reaction here feels incredibly personal. You can hear the disbelief in her voice as a parent herself. And honestly, that emotional reaction matters because family court judges deal with child welfare every single day. To hear someone say career goals matter more than raising their own children, that's clearly hitting a nerve in the courtroom. Was the judge too emotional here, or completely justified?
What it sounds like to me is that you ditched your kids because of the relationship that you previously had. You're no longer with that person.
Right.
Which means you can go get your kids again, right?
Well, now they've just been there so long, it's maybe what's best. And
well, 9 months is a long time in the sense that you go without seeing them and taking care of them, but you can still make it right.
It's easier for her, Judge. My apologies to just, outburst, but it's just easier for her.
This may be one of the most revealing moments in the entire hearing. The mother basically admits it's simply easier for her sister to raise the kids. And that single word changes everything. Because now this no longer sounds temporary, it sounds intentional. Meanwhile, the sister finally breaks emotionally for a second. And honestly, who could blame her?
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. You said you made $40,000 a year. Health insurance, how much was that?
$80.
$80. Okay. And that $80, that's for both of the children?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you continue to pay the health insurance. At least make sure the kids stay insured, okay? And you have to keep working because you're going to pay your sister child support. You understand that, right?
But I don't make enough.
Did you think you were going to come in here, not take care of them, and not pay child support?
Here comes the legal reality check. The judge makes it crystal clear. You don't get to walk away from parenting and walk away from financial responsibility. The court immediately orders continued health insurance and prepares to calculate support payments. This is the moment the mother realizes today isn't about opinions anymore. It's about legal obligation.
She can do it.
Right, but she needs financial support. Your sister doesn't have any children. You dumped 2 kids on her. And the fact that you think that is okay is unacceptable. You dropped 2 kids on her and you don't even want to pay for them. But what did you think we were doing here today? You think I'm sitting up here so you can waste my time?
No.
The judge is absolutely hammering the core issue now. 2 children were suddenly placed on someone with no kids of her own, and somehow the mother expected 0 consequences. That frustration you hear is not just about money. It's about accountability. The court wants to know how someone could believe abandoning responsibility was acceptable in the first place.
From school.
In May of next year.
Okay. Where are the children's father?
I don't know.
For both, or, do they have the same father?
No.
Okay, so where is the 7-year-old's dad?
He's somewhere. I don't know. I don't really know.
What about the 4-year-old?
He's present sometimes. He comes around sometimes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, yes.
And now another troubling detail surfaces. The fathers are basically absent too. One is missing entirely. The other only shows up sometimes. That means these children effectively lost multiple parental support systems at once. Suddenly, the aunt isn't just helping temporarily anymore. She's become the only consistent adult in their lives. How heartbreaking is that for those kids?
Yes.
Okay, so you said you made $40,000 a year, giving you credit for health insurance that bring your gross to $3,253. Your net, $2,798. That's 25% for 2 children. That brings your child support to about $699.50. We're going to round it up to $700. That's what you will pay your sister monthly.
I just don't think I can afford it. I have to pay for school, and that's really what my priority is right now.
Well, your sister's priority is to take care of your children, not her children, your children. So as long as she's in the position that you put her in, you're going to have to make it work.
This is the courtroom math that changes her life instantly. The judge calculates her income, subtracts insurance credits, applies the child support percentage, and lands at $700 a month. What's important here is the judge refuses to prioritize school over the children's needs. The message is simple. Your dreams matter, but your kids come first. Every single time.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, so then there's no confusion. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Are you upset with her?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure. But
In the end, the aunt walked out with legal financial support. But this case leaves behind much bigger questions about responsibility, sacrifice, and what children deserve from their parents. The most shocking part wasn't even the money. It was hearing a mother openly say she no longer wanted her kids. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
Okay, Miss Brown, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, my sister, Jazz, she drops her 4 children off at my house all the time. I have 1 child, that's all I had. And so I'm looking to receive some child support for these children because I'm taking care of them more than she is.
And how many children did you?
All right, guys. This case starts with a sister asking the court for child support on 4 kids that aren't even hers. And the wild part? She says these children have basically been living with her for 3 years while their own mother chases an upcoming artist lifestyle. What sounds like family helping family at first quickly turns into a courtroom reality check about responsibility, sacrifice, and parenting. And trust me, the judge is not in the mood for excuses today.
Living with you?
For about 3 years now.
3 years?
Yes.
That is all the time. Okay. And has your sister given you any type of child support for her kids?
No, she has not. She'll give me $20 here and there, but
$20 for 4 kids?
$20, yes.
What about health insurance? How are these children covered under health insurance?
They do not have health insurance.
Because you won't put them on there.
Excuse me.
3 years. Think about that for a second. This isn't a temporary babysitting arrangement anymore. This is practically full-time parenting. The aunt is feeding, housing, and caring for 4 extra children while barely getting $20 here and there. And when the judge hears the kids don't even have health insurance, you can already feel the courtroom energy shift. At this moment, the case stops sounding messy and starts sounding serious.
Is there anything else you want to let me know before I move over here to your sister?
No, you can talk to her.
Okay. Now it's your turn.
Okay. First off, those are her nieces. She never says no when I drop them off.
Those are your kids.
I understand that. But I'm trying to make a living for me and my kids. I'm an upcoming artist. I have to go to clubs every night to make appearances.
What kind of artist are you?
I sing and I rap.
I've never heard you.
You okay, well, do you get on
Neither have
Spotify?
I.
Because I'm on there. I can sing for y'all right now.
No, thank you.
Look.
But, I mean, here's the reason.
Now listen carefully to the sister's defense here. She keeps saying, those are her nieces. Almost like family ties automatically erase financial responsibility. But the judge immediately cuts through that argument. Being an upcoming artist doesn't pause parenthood. This is one of those moments where ambition and accountability collide head-on in court. And honestly, what would you do if a relative kept dropping 4 kids at your house every single week?
You have 4 children that you need to support.
I
Regardless.
am supporting them.
You're not supporting them, giving them $20.
I
$20
gave
is not
her
$20. Excuse me. $20 is barely enough to purchase 2 of them something to eat at a fast food restaurant.
Okay, I drop them off with some little Debbie cakes sometimes. Like, they good. It's a
Did
snack.
you really just say that?
They are 5, 4, and 3. Like, they don't need no big old meal or nothing.
5, 4, and 3. You're missing
Yes,
one.
ma'am.
You don't even know
I have
how old they are?
twins.
Oh, okay.
They're
2,
both 5. Yes, ma'am.
2, 5. So you expect her to...
This exchange right here is brutal. The mother admits she's basically contributing $20 and Little Debbie snacks to support 4 growing children. And then comes the shocking moment. She can't even immediately remember all of their ages. You can see the judge becoming visibly frustrated because this isn't just about money anymore. It's becoming a question of involvement, attention, and whether this mother truly understands the weight of raising 4 kids.
Support 4 children of Little Debbie snacks. Is that what you're telling me
provide
here
the Little
today?
Debbie snacks. So how is she supporting my Little Debbie snacks?
And you think there's nothing wrong with what you're saying, right?
No. I'm doing what I can.
Well, you need to sing some more because obviously you're underpaid and you need to be paying your
Ma'am,
sister.
I'm upcoming, so I can be underpaid. I'm getting whatever I can get. I do nails on the side too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how much are you making with doing nails?
I mean, whenever I have a client, like every day, maybe 300 a week, maybe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much of that do you give your sister besides $20?
Whenever I
Zero.
get that.
The judge is now exposing the financial contradiction in real time. The mother says she's struggling, but then casually reveals she earns money singing and doing nails on the side. That changes everything legally because child support calculations depend on income, not excuses. Courts look at earning ability and contribution, not lifestyle branding. And the more she talks, the more she unintentionally strengthens her sister's case against her.
I give her a little bit of something.
No, that is unacceptable. And the fact that you came in this courtroom and actually admitted that is very sad.
Admitted what?
That you have not been supporting your children. You know what? I'm not about to play this game
I
with
have
you.
been.
Obviously, you came here to waste my time. You have not been supporting them with $20 and Little Debbie snacks. And don't say
She's
that
talking
again.
about a couple times $20.
Oh, I'm
A
sorry.
couple of times
I put
is
food
a couple of times.
in their mouth
Excuse
when
me.
they're home
She
with me.
drops off.
Hold on 1 second. Excuse me. It is not her responsibility to take care of your children.
You can feel the courtroom temperature rising here. The judge openly calls the behavior sad. And honestly, that word lands hard. Judges hear difficult family situations every day. But what frustrates courts most is when a parent seems casual about neglecting responsibility. The aunt didn't create this situation. She stepped in because the children needed stability. And now the judge is making it crystal clear. Family support is voluntary, not an obligation.
Excuse me, you obviously don't understand because you're not listening to what I said. If you are going to leave your children with your sister, first of all, it needs to be an agreement that she even wants to take in 4 additional children.
If she didn't want them, she could say that. She's never said that.
No, it doesn't
I've
matter.
definitely
These are
said
your
that.
No, you
children,
haven't.
not hers. So you know what's going to happen today? You're going to pay her some child support, and it's going to be more than $20. I can assure you that.
This may be the biggest legal point in the entire hearing. The judge explains that just because someone agrees to help occasionally doesn't mean they've agreed to permanently raise your children. That distinction matters. Courts take child welfare seriously, and leaving kids with relatives long-term without proper support can absolutely backfire legally. Did this moment change how you see the case? Because the judge just completely reframed the entire situation.
Now, you said you provided this, never mind. This tax return, who did this?
One of her boyfriends.
No.
One of her
He
boyfriends.
It was
does
my
taxes.
last baby daddy mafia. Okay, he did it for me.
Oh,
He been doing
okay.
taxes for years.
Right, and he reported you at $30,000 a year?
Yeah, about that. About
That's all you make?
that. Yeah, just about that.
Okay. Let me go ahead and calculate these numbers because you obviously came here to waste my time. So, at 30...
And now comes the financial evidence tax returns. Suddenly, the "I don't make enough money" argument starts collapsing. The paperwork reportedly shows around $30,000 a year in income, and once those numbers enter the courtroom, the judge can officially calculate support obligations. This is why documentation matters so much in family court. One piece of paperwork can completely destroy a verbal defense in seconds.
$1,000. I have your gross calculated at $2,500
Yeah.
a month. Excuse me? Are you painting your nails in my courtroom?
Yeah, I didn't have time because I had to be here
Go
this early in the
ahead
morning.
and put the top on that nail polish because I need you to pay attention when I read these numbers off to you. Because
know
I
what
can
I
assure
make.
you,
You need to know what I make.
I can assure you it's going to be more than.
Did you catch what just happened? While the judge is calculating child support, the mother starts painting her nails in the courtroom. That single moment says a lot about why the judge's patience completely disappears afterward. Courtrooms run heavily on perception and respect. Whether fair or not, behavior like this can make a judge feel you're not taking the situation seriously, especially when children's welfare is involved.
$20. How about that?
Your Honor, you see what I have to deal with?
I definitely see what you have to deal with, but you know, I can't necessarily control how your sister behaves. That is up to her. But we can make sure that you are receiving more than $20, okay?
I appreciate that.
So at $2,500 gross, that brings your net to $2,004. And you said $250? Okay. So your child support obligation for 4 children is going.
The aunt's reaction here feels almost exhausted more than emotional. She's been carrying this burden for years, and you can hear relief creeping in as the judge finally validates her struggle. Meanwhile, the court methodically calculates support based on actual numbers, not sympathy. That's an important reminder. Family court is designed to prioritize the children first, even when the adults are busy arguing with each other.
Going to be $701 plus.
$701. I can't afford that. I got gas.
Oh, now you're paying
food,
attention.
I got a.
Oh, okay. So
Whatever.
$701
Yeah.
plus the $250 comes out to $951 a month. That's what you're going to pay your sister.
I don't have that, ma'am. So.
Well, you know what?
I don't
It
know,
doesn't
whatever
matter.
you need to
So
do.
why do I see you on
ordered that, so I'm
Instagram
not gonna
popping
have.
bottles at the club? Why do I see that?
Guess what? Guess what? It doesn't even.
And there it is, nearly $1,000 a month ordered in combined child support and health insurance costs. The mother instantly says she can't afford it, but the judge delivers one final sharp line. One day you're going to be up. In other words, dreams and hustle are fine, but your children cannot wait around financially while you chase success. That statement probably hit harder than the actual dollar amount.
Matter.
For me.
It doesn't even matter. You know why? Because you're up and coming, which means one day you're going to be up and you're going to be coming to pay this $951 in child support.
This courtroom battle ended with a powerful message about accountability, sacrifice, and what happens when family support gets taken for granted. The aunt stepped into a parenting role for years, and the judge made sure that responsibility was finally recognized financially. But the biggest question is this: was the judge too harsh or completely justified? If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
You all may be seated. Mr. Paul, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, my daughter, who's living some type of life that I have no idea what it is, she drops her kids off every day and does what she wants to and doesn't leave any money for food or for any kind of things that the kids need. So I need some help financially.
All right, guys. This case starts like a normal child support hearing, but it turns into something way deeper. A retired grandfather walks into court exhausted, frustrated, and financially drained after raising his own grandkids because his daughter keeps dropping them off every single day. But once the judge starts asking questions, the truth behind this family situation gets messy fast. And trust me, the moment money, responsibility, and the streets get mentioned, this courtroom completely shifts.
Okay, and where did you retire from?
From the school district,
Okay. How long were you there?
20 years.
Okay, great. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking in your daughter's kids, because they could be a number of places, but thankfully they're with a grandparent. Ma'am, what do you have to say for yourself? First off, let me ask this question. Is what he just said true?
I mean, they
It's a yes or a no.
You can already hear the judge recognizing two things at once here. The grandfather sacrificed 20 years working for the school district, and now he's sacrificing his retirement to care for children that aren't legally his responsibility. That's what makes this emotional. The court isn't just hearing about money. It's hearing about burnout, disappointment, and a parent who feels abandoned by their own child. Would you keep helping family no matter what, or eventually draw the line?
Is what he just said true?
Yes, it's true.
What's wrong with you?
It's nothing wrong with me. It's just stuff I be needing to do, and I need somebody to watch the kids, so I take them over there.
Every day?
Yes, every day. I don't see the issue.
Excuse me. You all will not address each other. You will address me, okay? And I definitely understand Dad's frustration. And I'm going to ask you too. Every day you have something to do that requires you to be away from your kids. How many kids are we talking?
2.
2. You left 2 kids with him? What do you have to do, ma'am, that's so important every day that you cannot have your own kids?
I gotta make money, so.
Doing what? What do you do for a living?
Whatever I need to do, honestly.
Ma'am, what does that even mean?
I do, a little dabble here.
This is where the courtroom energy changes instantly. The daughter admits the kids are dropped off every day, but she says it so casually that it shocks the judge. No guilt, no hesitation, and judges pay close attention to attitude because it often reveals how seriously someone takes their responsibilities. The frustration you hear building isn't just about childcare anymore. It's about accountability. Did her response make the situation sound even worse to you?
A little dabble there, just different stuff.
You know what? You obviously came here to waste my time, and I am not about to play with you. What was the last legitimate job that you had?
Now the judge starts digging into employment because child support cases always come down to income and parental obligation. But instead of giving a clear answer, she says she does whatever she needs to do. That vague answer is a disaster in court. Judges want facts, consistency, and proof of income, not evasive statements. The moment someone appears unclear or dishonest, the court can start estimating earnings on its own terms.
I was a waitress.
Okay, where?
At a club.
Is that what you call it, waitressing?
Yes, it was waitressing. What else was I doing?
You don't want me to tell you.
I want you to tell me.
She was strolling the streets like a prostitute. I mean, it's like, because you never see her until she dropped the kids off, and then I don't see her for 2 or 3 days.
That's what he heard. He don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Who told him that?
And then comes the explosive accusation. The grandfather openly suggests she's been out strolling the streets, and suddenly the entire hearing becomes emotionally charged. What's interesting is the judge doesn't fully focus on the insult itself. She focuses on the missing parenting. Because legally, the court's main concern is simple. Where are the children? Who supports them? And who's carrying the burden? Family embarrassment doesn't matter as much as neglecting responsibility.
At the streets.
I guess so. The streets had to tell him. Because
I hear the streets tell the truth, right?
sometimes.
They talk, right?
The streets talk, but sometimes the streets be lying, and that's what they doing at this moment.
I don't think they're lying on you now, ma'am. Every day your kids are with your dad? No, ma'am. When you were working at that club, how much money were you bringing home monthly?
Between $7,000 to $8,000 a month.
All right. Okay. And that's all tips?
Notice how the daughter tries to fight the accusation by saying, "The streets be lying." But then the judge pivots directly into finances. That's a classic courtroom move. Instead of arguing emotions, the judge goes straight to measurable facts. Income, work history, and support. And the second she admits she was bringing home $7,000 to $8,000 a month, the legal math changes dramatically. That number just became the foundation for everything that follows.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what I am going to do is base your child support on that $7,000 a month. So that would bring your yearly salary to $84,000 a year. Yeah, you can shake your head all you want to, but that's exactly what I'm going to do, ma'am. This is extremely disappointing that you leave your kids every day with your dad and you're not giving him any type of financial support.
This is one of the biggest turning points in the case. The judge decides to calculate child support based on the income she admitted earning at the club. A lot of people don't realize this, but courts can absolutely use prior earnings and earning potential when someone appears inconsistent about employment. In other words, even if the money isn't coming in today, the court may still believe you're capable of earning it. That ruling just hit hard.
What are these kids on, They receive any type of government assistance or anything?
She gets food stamps every month.
Oh,
and I
no,
don't see
ma'am.
any.
You get food stamps? Where are the food stamps going?
In my house.
Who lives in your house besides you that need the food? Because your kid's over here with your dad. You don't give him any money from those food stamps?
No.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. So this is what we're gonna do. Salary, $84,000.
And now the food stamp issue enters the conversation, making the situation look even worse. The judge is basically asking one simple question. If the kids live with the grandfather most of the time, why isn't any assistance helping the household actually feeding them? That moment matters because it paints a picture of someone receiving benefits while another family member carries the real financial load. The courtroom tension here is becoming impossible to ignore.
A year, that brings your gross to $7,000, your net to $5,508.87, which will make your child support obligation $1,377. Now, you said that you were receiving, don't look confused, I don't even want to hear
That's
it.
too. I can't pay that every month.
You were not making those faces when you were out in those streets.
But
so
I
don't come in
can't-
here trying to make, excuse me, don't come in here trying to make those faces. I am not trying to hear it. I've heard enough.
Your Honor.
You can hear the judge's patience completely disappear here. Once she finalizes the $84,000 annual income estimate, the child support number becomes unavoidable. And notice how the daughter reacts with shock only after the amount is announced. From the judge's perspective, that reaction probably felt selective, comfortable with the lifestyle, but uncomfortable with the responsibility attached to it. Fair or not, that's exactly how credibility gets judged in family court.
You are in the wrong. Yes, sir.
She has a man living with her too, so just in case you didn't
You
know.
You
know
don't
what?
need to
You know
tell her
what?
who in my house though, Daddy.
You
Like
know
for
what?
real.
Okay.
I'm just telling the truth. I mean, it
I
is what
mean,
it
it
is.
sounds like
In here
Daddy telling
just
the truth.
tattling.
Well, it sounds like he needs to tattletale on you. Somebody need to. You are ridiculous right now. Sir,
Yes.
she receives food stamps. So I'm assuming there's some Medicaid or something
Yes,
these kids
yes,
are getting?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So what I'm going to do is do 9% of that $7,000.
The grandfather mentioning the man living in the house adds another layer of tension because now the court sees a household where adults are present, yet the children are still being left elsewhere daily. The daughter thinks her father is tattling, but legally he's building context. Every detail matters when a judge decides whether a parent is financially and emotionally supporting their children. And right now, almost every new detail is hurting her case instead of helping it.
For your reimbursement to Medicaid, that comes out to $496. So $1,377 plus the $496 reimbursement to Medicaid, that make your total monthly child support obligation $1,873.
I don't even know men that pay that much money every month. So why I gotta pay that every month?
I don't know too many women that just take their kids and go drop them off at their parents' house and they have a whole man staying in the house with them.
It's my dad.
Then comes the final blow. Medicaid reimbursement gets added on top of the child support order, pushing the total to nearly $1,900 a month. Her reaction says everything. She compares it to what men pay, but the judge immediately flips the argument back toward parental responsibility. And honestly, that's the key theme of this entire hearing. The court does not care about gender expectations nearly as much as who is actually caring for the kids.
Y'all act like I
You
dropped
know
them
what?
off with anybody.
These are your kids. Is there anything further, ma'am?
No, I guess I need to go make some money in these streets for that.
Okay, well,
almost
you know
$2,000
what?
a
That
month.
is your business. As long as these streets pay Pawpaw $1,873 a month in child support. Sir, is there anything further?
No, ma'am. Just happy Mother's Day to you.
Well, if there's nothing further.
What started as a frustrated grandfather asking for help ended with a massive child support ruling and a courtroom full of hard truths. The judge made it clear that parenting isn't optional, and financial responsibility doesn't disappear just because someone else steps in to help. But this case also leaves a bigger question behind. Was the judge too harsh, or exactly right? If this courtroom moment stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
You all may be seated. Ms. Lopez,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Judge, I have a really great daughter. However, we have a kind of a bad situation. My daughter seems to be so busy sometimes that...
All right, guys, this case starts like a simple family disagreement, but it quickly turns into a brutal reality check about parenting, sacrifice, and responsibility. A grandmother says she's basically raising her granddaughter while her own daughter chases school and a career. But the daughter believes she's building a better future for everyone. The real question is, when does getting your life together stop being an excuse and start becoming neglect?
If we can maybe find a resolution today.
Okay, okay. Yes, ma'am.
So I am a full-time student, college student.
Okay.
So I'm spending most of my times, at nights going to school. But on top of that, I also work for the university during the day.
What do you do?
I'm actually an intern, full-time intern for the psychology program. And so,
is that a paid position?
Yes, it is.
How much are you paid?
Here's where the courtroom mood shifts fast. The daughter isn't unemployed or struggling to survive. She's a full-time student, working for a university psychology program, and now making $50,000 a year after a promotion. That changes everything legally and emotionally, because once income enters the picture, the judge starts looking less at intentions and more at accountability. Would you still side with her knowing she's earning this much?
I work, all day. I go to school at nights. I don't come home.
Congratulations. We all work all day.
Yeah, I don't get home until like midnight, and I don't really see why it's a problem that my mother, the grandmother of my child, has to...
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
Okay.
That wasn't my decision.
Okay, but you're my mother, right? You always said you wanted a grandchild, didn't you?
I had one child. Yes, I wanted a grandchild, but it would have been nice if you would have got married first and had someone to share the responsibility with, not me.
This exchange gets personal instantly. The mother fires back with that sharp line about getting pregnant on prom night, and you can feel years of frustration spill out in seconds. The daughter wants support because she's overwhelmed. The grandmother wants recognition because she feels trapped raising another child. And the judge is watching one key issue unfold. Who is actually carrying the daily burden of parenting here?
I'm going to use that money, right, so that way I can pay for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that, honey, but you know what? Your main responsibility is being a mom.
I agree with your mom. This is your child. And you said something very key while you were talking. You said grandmother. Right. You're her child. She raised you. It is not her responsibility to raise your child.
Right.
It is your responsibility.
I just feel like I don't...
The judge cuts right through the emotional arguments with one simple comparison. Daycare. If a stranger watching the child deserves payment, then why wouldn't the grandmother deserve help too? That logic completely changes the tone of the case. Suddenly, this isn't about family helping family. It becomes unpaid labor, diapers, food, supervision, and full-time childcare. And honestly, that point hit hard in this courtroom.
Your issue.
Well, she uses her money for the school loans, and I can appreciate that she doesn't want to have school debt.
Right.
But
yeah,
now that she's making more money, she's going to have to give me a little bit of that. They live with me. The house is paid. We don't have that bill. So I know she wants to be responsible and not have any debt, but mommy doesn't need to be having no debt and worried about diapers and all that too. And she does try to help, but it's just not enough.
Now we hear the grandmother explain the hidden pressure she's been carrying. The house is paid off, yes, but she's covering essentials while the daughter focuses on avoiding student debt. That's where many viewers split on cases like this. Is education an investment worth temporary sacrifice? Or is the child's immediate care supposed to come before everything else? This judge seems very clear about which one comes first.
Mm-hmm. Well, just like I did a good job with raising you.
I leave her with you. And you leave your child with your mother and do not believe that your mother should receive some sort of financial assistance?
I feel like I give something back by being in school. Once I do get that education,
what are you giving back by being in school?
I'm giving her...
What are your plans after school?
Well, I'm majoring also in psychology, so I planned on opening my own clinic, doing a clinical psychologist, and then from there I could, you know, take...
Listen closely to the daughter's argument here. She truly believes staying in school is her way of giving back. In her mind, the struggle is temporary, and once she becomes a psychologist, everyone benefits. But courts don't usually operate on future promises. They deal with present responsibilities. And that creates the emotional tension in this case, ambition versus motherhood. Can someone build a future while unintentionally abandoning the present?
Just right now, I need
And
some
move out?
assistance. Yeah, move out.
And your mom still takes care of the baby?
No, I could take care of the baby by then. I just need a little bit of help
You
and
can
assistance.
take care of the baby by yourself now.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
So I'm still not hearing what your issue is.
My issue is just...
Because she's your mom, you don't believe you need to pay her something.
That's what I thought.
Because if you think about
This is the moment the judge stops entertaining excuses. She points out something devastatingly simple. The daughter barely lives like a parent right now. She comes home near midnight, the child is already asleep, and the grandmother handles most of the daily routine. That observation lands heavily because it reframes the situation completely. Is she really parenting? Or just visiting her own child at the end of the day?
you're literally coming to the house, not seeing the baby, because if it's at midnight, the baby is asleep, I'm assuming.
Right.
And you're going right back out to go to school and work.
I tuck her in.
She's already tucked in, so you just pull the covers over a little higher.
I give her a kiss
do?
when she wakes her up, Judge, and just to play
You
with her
wake
for a
up
little
the
while.
baby
I
at
mean,
midnight?
just so I can give her a kiss, you know, read her little stories, so that way there's some sort of bonding between us, since I do work, you know, all night long and go to school and all that.
Oh, well, that's nice.
The daughter tries to defend the emotional connection she still has with her little girl, tucking her in, reading a bedtime story, giving her a kiss before sleep. And honestly, that part feels genuine. But the judge isn't measuring love here. She's measuring responsibility, time, and financial contribution. That's what makes courtroom cases like this so emotional. Loving your child and actively raising your child are not always the same thing.
And the baby is with your mom. And I'm assuming this happens on the weekends too?
No, on the weekends she does stay home, and you know she does help. And like I said, she does like that. She's like not like that girl that goes clubbing and stuff. She does take that responsibility serious.
Yes.
It's just her job and school, and now she's going to work full time. Now she's going to be working more with the promotion.
Right, because I
So,
got that promotion.
you know, that kind of leaves us with a little extra money and no time, because we hardly had any time now.
The grandmother actually admits her daughter isn't out partying or avoiding work. She's grinding through school and employment nonstop. That detail matters because it removes the lazy parent stereotype completely. This becomes a far more complicated case. A young mother trying to succeed while relying heavily on family support. But even when intentions are good, the law still asks, who is sacrificing the most day to day?
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start your child support so you can at least give mom some sort of assistance. Now, at the time that you move out of the house and you have the child on your own 100%, mom is not babysitting. Mom is not, well, not even babysitting. The child is living with your mom.
Okay.
If the child is no longer living with your mom, your daughter is with you 100% of the time, then you can come back and see me to stop child support at that time.
Okay.
But until then,
And here comes the ruling. The judge officially treats the grandmother like the child's primary caretaker for now. That's a massive moment. Child support isn't being ordered because the mother abandoned her child. It's being ordered because someone else is effectively raising her. The judge even leaves the door open to end payments later if the daughter fully takes custody herself. That balance makes this ruling surprisingly practical.
$16.78. There is a reimbursement to Medicaid. Now, you are working full time. You have access to health insurance now?
Yes, yeah.
Do you know how much it'll cost?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this is what we're going to do, because Medicaid reimbursement is about $375. That's based on 9% of your gross.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your health insurance is cheaper than that for your daughter only. So what I'll do is order you to be responsible for that health insurance. And
Now the financial reality hits hard. The judge factors in income, Medicaid reimbursement, and health insurance before landing on over $800 a month in support. You can almost feel the daughter realizing this courtroom sees her as financially capable, not financially struggling. And that's the turning point of the entire case. The judge's message is crystal clear: education matters, but parenting obligations don't pause while you chase success.
towards the health insurance, okay?
Okay.
So that'll make your monthly child support obligation $803 to your mother.
Sorry, baby. You gotta learn.
Okay.
Any questions? No?
No.
No questions?
Thank you.
In the end, this wasn't just about money. It was about responsibility, sacrifice, and who was truly raising that little girl. The grandmother wanted acknowledgement. The daughter wanted understanding. And the judge forced both sides to confront reality at the same time. Cases like this divide people because there's pain on every side. If this courtroom moment stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
You all may be seated. Miss James,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
This girl here don't want to take care of her kids. I've been had her kids forever.
When you say forever, what's forever?
I've been had, basically the 4-year-old been with me since he was a baby. And now the 2-year-old, I got her little tail when she was 5 months.
Alright guys, this one starts with a family favor, but it quickly turns into a full-blown child support battle. An aunt says she's been raising these kids almost their entire lives while the mother chased money, freedom, and a lifestyle that didn't include parenting. But here's where it gets messy. The mom fires back with accusations, denial, and excuses. And once the judge starts digging into the finances, this courtroom takes a sharp turn. Would you step up for family like this, knowing it might cost you everything?
The good life while I have her kids. So I need her to pay up. I need some help.
I definitely agree you need some help. Well, what's the issue? Your kids have pretty much been with your aunt their entire lives.
Semi-aunt. I don't even know if she really my brother's child.
There she goes at it again.
Ooh,
I
okay.
provide for my kids. I travel for my work, and I have to do hair, make appointments. You know, I'm
Wait a
busy.
minute. Start over with what you were saying. I was too busy trying to drink this tea with what she just said about her brother.
Yeah, she likes to play that card, but we know.
Girl,
I'm listening now.
But I'm a hairstylist.
Right away, you can hear the frustration pouring out of the aunt. She says she took the children temporarily so the mother could work. But temporary turned into years. And emotionally, that changes everything. At some point, helping family stops feeling like a favor and starts feeling like abandonment. The judge immediately notices the imbalance here too. One person is parenting every single day, while the other only shows up occasionally. Do you think bringing fast food every now and then counts as being an active parent?
I do hair.
Your hair
you
is
know.
pretty.
Thank you. I do wigs, lace fronts, all of that. So when people call
So you
me,
have the money to pay for these kids, you're just choosing not to. That's essentially what you just said, right?
No, so I pay for these kids. Like I bring them food.
she
I bring
brings them
clothes.
McDonald's, a Happy Meal. Maybe
Every kid love a Happy Meal.
no
Well,
clothes, no shoes,
You know,
No rain clothes and shit.
a Happy
Granimal
Meal,
sandals.
If they're with her all of the time, a Happy Meal, ma'am.
Now the mother tries to defend herself by explaining her hairstyling career and travel schedule. But the courtroom energy shifts the second she questions whether one child is even her brother's. That statement lands hard because it feels less like concern and more like an attempt to dodge responsibility. And judges pay attention to that. If you're trying to prove you care about your kids, attacking the people raising them usually doesn't help your case. Did this moment change how you saw her?
Is insufficient.
Well, when I come, I bring them whatever they
When
like.
you
And
come,
they like
how
McDonald's.
often do you go over there?
Tell the
A
truth.
couple times a month.
How many?
Depending on my schedules.
Kids are priority. These little strippers' hair can wait. See, that's your problem.
So you doing strippers' hair?
Well, they pay more. You know, they make that big money, so I got to get my coins.
I mean, they do get paid.
And she probably doing something strange for a piece of change too.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not.
Start 1 minute and 46 seconds. End 2 minutes and 17 seconds. The judge cuts straight through the excuses here. The mother admits she buys Happy Meals and occasionally brings small items, but legally and financially, that's nowhere near enough. Child support isn't about random gifts. It's about consistent responsibility. Housing, clothes, medical care, food, daycare. All of that adds up fast. And you can tell the aunt is exhausted from carrying that burden mostly alone. This is the moment the courtroom realizes the emotional gap between these two women is enormous.
That's not my business, but I definitely will lay some edges, lay some hair. Yes.
Okay. Honey, your edges are laid. They really are.
Girl, that's a Jerry curl. Don't let the makeup, the little MAC makeup fool you. Because behind all that,
y'all get along, do you?
No, we don't. Since she was a little girl, she's been.
Wait a minute. You all don't get along, but you trust her enough to have your kid. I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you.
That's because nobody else fooled with her. I'm the only one.
Where's the daddy?
Oh, I don't know. He in them streets.
Things get even more heated when the conversation shifts toward the mother's work and priorities. The aunt openly accuses her of putting clients and nightlife ahead of her own children. And suddenly the hearing starts sounding deeply personal. But underneath the insults is a serious legal reality. Courts look at patterns. If someone consistently chooses work, travel, or entertainment over parenting obligations, judges notice. And the mother's attitude here is not helping her credibility at all.
Oh, it sounds like you are too.
No, I'm in the streets to make them coins, to get that money.
Oh.
Lay that hair.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go ahead and lay some numbers for you. How much money you make a year?
About 60,000.
60,000? Okay. Who did this tax return you gave me? Somebody from the streets?
Somebody I met through a friend, yes.
Oh, okay.
Shaniqua.
Oh, okay. Well, they have your income at 65,000. So is that true?
It's around there.
We're going to use that number. We're going to use that number instead of that 60,000 that you just.
This exchange reveals something bigger than money, trust. These women clearly don't like each other. Yet the mother trusted this aunt enough to raise her children for years. That contradiction is powerful. Because when actions and words don't match, courts usually believe the actions. And then comes the next problem. Absent fathers, unstable family dynamics, and nobody stepping up except the aunt. The judge starts realizing she's dealing with a parent who may have normalized being absent.
Gave me because you came in here to waste my time and play these games, and I'm not about to play with you.
Ms. Vonda.
Yes, ma'am.
Her kids' hair need done.
And but she said her edges, you know, she lay edges.
You see how cute her hair look?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You think she comes and buys barrettes and everything comes out of my pocket. I keep those babies looking good. She never put her finger in there, but she want to run around and put her little fingers in these other little heifers' head.
You know what? You know better, or at least you should. You should know better. And I'm not looking for a response right now, because as cute as your hair is, that attitude.
Now we hit one of the biggest turning points in the case, income. The mother says she makes around $60,000 a year, but her own tax documents say $65,000. That might not sound like a huge difference, but in court, honesty matters more than the number itself. The second the judge senses someone is minimizing income, patience disappears fast. And you can literally hear the tone change here. This hearing just went from emotional to financial accountability.
It is not looking real good. So let's go ahead and make sure your aunt gets some money for these kids, okay? So at this $65,000 a year, that brings your gross to about $5,400. Your net is $4,383.27. What about health insurance?
Medicaid.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're really about to pay today, because you know Medicaid has to be reimbursed to the state, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, you just found out something today. I'm so glad that you are ready to learn something, because you are about to learn today.
The aunt then points out something viewers probably noticed already. Despite raising the kids full-time, She's the one paying for their appearance, clothes, and daily needs while the mother focuses on everyone else. Emotionally, that hits hard because kids notice consistency. They remember who shows up every day. And the judge delivers a subtle but brutal reality check here. Looking good on the outside means nothing if your behavior doesn't reflect responsibility. That line carried serious weight.
Okay, so child support calculation, 2 kids, only 2 kids. Well, I know it's 2 kids that you have, but do you have any other kids?
No, just the 2.
Okay, so
What?
yes, ma'am.
Well, I did get I wanted to, can I confirm something? You not pregnant?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, you didn't say that very
Yeah.
confidently.
I'll probably end up with that one too.
Okay, well, moving right along. Child support is $1,096, plus we need to reimburse that Medicaid, like I told you. So we take that $5,400, do 9% of that. That comes out to $486. $486 plus the $1,096.
Here comes the part many parents fear most, the actual child support calculation. The judge breaks down the mother's income step by step, and suddenly this isn't just courtroom drama anymore. It's math, law, and obligation. Then another bomb drops. Medicaid reimbursement. The mother genuinely seems shocked that the state expects repayment for assistance used to support the children. But legally, taxpayers aren't supposed to carry the burden when a capable parent has income coming in.
They bring your child support obligation to $1,582 per month.
I'm sorry, you said 1,000 what?
$1,582. Anything else?
For 2 kids?
Girl,
$1,500 a month?
do you know how much I paid to take care of your kids? More than that. That is only a pinch of what I pay to take care of your kids monthly.
Well, you know, I have to agree with her. I normally don't allow people to talk out of turn, but, you know, she's absolutely correct.
Okay.
It doesn't put a dent in anything that she does, especially when you're talking about feeding 2 children.
I feed them.
Yeah, sure.
This moment almost feels surreal. The judge asks whether there are any more children, and even questions whether the mother could already be pregnant again. The aunt's reaction says everything. She sounds emotionally drained, like she expects more responsibility to eventually land on her doorstep too. Then the final number arrives, over $1,500 a month. And suddenly the joking, sarcasm, and attitude disappear. Reality officially entered the courtroom.
Sure you do. Is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything further?
No, but she can bring by some McDonald's today.
Okay. Well, take some
The mother's shock at the amount tells you she never fully understood how expensive parenting really is. But the aunt immediately fires back, saying that number still doesn't cover what she spends every month. And honestly, the judge agrees. Feeding, clothing, housing, and caring for 2 young children is incredibly expensive, especially over multiple years. This is where the emotional center of the case becomes clear. One woman feels used, while the other finally faces consequences.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Brown.
Yes.
All right, guys, this case starts off looking like a simple child support dispute, but it quickly turns into something way deeper. A father claims he's been raising his son alone for nearly a decade, while the mother chased her career and barely stayed involved. And once the judge starts asking questions, the emotional tension in this courtroom changes instantly. The real question here is, can someone walk away from parenting responsibilities and still expect sympathy later?
Chasing her dreams, nothing wrong with that, but she did decide to have a child, and, you know, I just want to know what happened, you know, some kind of financial compensation if she's chasing her dreams and making all the money she wants to make. You know, maybe she can just throw some money our way, and that'll be fine, you know.
That would be fine, and I agree with that,
Yeah.
ma'am. Is there a reason that you have not paid this man child?
This is the moment the father stops talking emotionally and starts talking legally. He's not just hurt anymore, he's asking the court for financial accountability. And notice how the judge immediately focuses on one issue. If the mother hasn't been present physically, has she at least been supporting the child financially? In family court, emotions matter, but documentation and responsibility matter even more. Would you have waited 10 years before finally taking this to court?
Support. He's been having your son
For 10 years.
He said throw some money their way. What that mean? Throw some money their way?
Would you clarify for her
Well,
what you
if she
mean by
doesn't
that,
want
sir?
to be in his life and be around and be a mother, and I have to be the father and the mother, then maybe I should be compensated for being the father and the mother.
You mean by her paying child support?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all he looks for is money.
Well, he would like to play baseball.
It takes more than air to raise a child, ma'am. You have.
The judge is already seeing a major imbalance here. The father says he's been forced to play both parental roles while the mother stayed distant. And when he says he should be compensated, he's really talking about child support, the financial duty both parents share. This is where the courtroom energy shifts hard, because now the judge starts treating this less like drama and more like neglect with legal consequences attached.
What I'm saying, and answer my question, and not worry about what he has going on. Everything is about you right now.
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. We'll get to the money part in just a minute in terms of calculations, because this child has been with him for a long time, and to go without any sort of financial assistance, and based on what you've turned in, you've made money, and you have not given anything to him for your child, it's absurd.
I've been throwing money his way.
Start 2 minutes and 4 seconds. End 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Listen closely to how frustrated the judge becomes here. Every answer from the mother keeps circling back to herself instead of the child. That's a huge problem in custody and support hearings. Judges want to hear stability, responsibility, and concern for the child's well-being, not excuses or deflection. And once the income gets revealed, the case takes another sharp turn because now the court knows support could have been paid all along.
And I don't know what he been doing with it. Because I make over $85,000 a year.
Excuse me?
Over $85,000 a year.
You make over $85,000
Over
a year?
$85,000
She hasn't
a
given
year,
you
and
any
I've
money,
been-
sir?
Not too much, and really,
Not too-
the thing is,
This dude is lying. This
thing
dude is
is-
lying.
Excuse me, I can't listen to both of y'all at the same time. I have 2 ears, but I only can listen to one person
well, the
at a
thing
time.
is, well, she's all free pursuing her career. I have to watch the child.
Wait a minute, what kind of, ma'am,
Well,
please.
it's hard to find a job and take care of a kid.
What kind of career does she have?
She's an esthetician.
Okay.
The courtroom gets tense the second the father explains he stayed home to raise the child while she pursued her career. And honestly, you can feel the stereotypes colliding in real time. If the roles were reversed, would people react differently? The judge doesn't seem interested in gender expectations at all, only who actually showed up for the child. That's why this testimony suddenly carries so much weight emotionally and legally.
Go ahead, sir.
And our 10-year-old is a grown boy, and he has a lot of things he'd like to do, and it's very hard for me. I don't want to get any government assistance. I would like to do it as best as I can on my own. However, I can't go back to school and take care of our son and have a job and run a business. Is very hard, and
I imagine so.
It is.
I imagine so. What type of expenses does your son have?
He has normal childhood expenses, food.
Is he involved in extracurricular activities?
Yes, he likes to read. He likes games. I like to keep him with electronics and things, to spark his interest.
What type of extracurricular activities?
He likes go-karts.
This may be one of the most human moments in the entire hearing. The father isn't asking for luxury. He's describing ordinary childhood experiences. Hobbies, activities, electronics, trips outdoors. He's trying to give his son a normal life while carrying the entire burden alone. And you can hear the exhaustion underneath every sentence. Sometimes courtroom cases aren't about revenge. They're about finally admitting you can't keep doing everything by yourself.
Going out to the park, going to the lake, and all that.
Ma'am, do you hear all of that? All of that costs money.
It sure does, and like he said, I've been throwing money their way.
Every now and then, it hasn't been consistent.
It's not very consistent.
And it clearly cannot be consistent. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a reason to be here.
Does he have a job? Can you ask him that question?
Ma'am, you know what? He's taking care of the child.
Doing what though?
The child lives with him, correct?
Correct.
Right. So whether he works or not, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that he is raising you all's child, and you're not doing anything consistently. So
The mother insists she's been throwing money their way, but the judge immediately challenges that claim. In court, inconsistent help doesn't replace formal support. A few random payments here and there won't satisfy a legal obligation, especially over 10 years. And notice how the judge shuts down the argument about whether the father works. The court only cares about one thing right now: who's actually raising the child day to day.
With these calculations. Okay, so who carries health insurance?
Obviously not him.
Do you carry it? Do you carry health insurance for the child?
Ask him.
Do you carry health insurance for
all
the
the information?
Ma'am?
Well, see, that's the problem. I have a hard time communicating with her. Communication.
I'm having a hard time communicating with her, so I can't even imagine what you have to deal with in talking to her about the child.
And he just wants to know where his mother is and why she doesn't want to be part of our lives and why she doesn't want to come around, why she wasn't be involved in any of his after-school activities.
That is a legitimate concern. That is
the
a legitimate concern.
Know where his mother
Sir,
is.
Who pays health insurance for the child?
Well, the health insurance, is
This part becomes heartbreaking fast. The discussion shifts from money to communication, and suddenly the child's emotional reality enters the courtroom. The father says his son wonders why his mother isn't around. That changes everything. Child support cases are never just about finances. They're also about absence, confusion, and emotional damage that builds over years. What do you think hurts more for a child, lack of money or lack of presence?
It's kind of hard right now.
So he doesn't have any health insurance coverage right now?
He has no health insurance.
So we're going to fix that right now. So according to your own testimony and your tax returns and your 1099s, it does equate to about $85,000 a year. So what we're going to do is order you to pay child support. Based on your gross, it comes out to $7,083.33. And right now the child isn't covered on any sort of health insurance coverage, so you're also going to be responsible for obtaining health insurance for the child, okay?
Now the judge moves from emotion into full legal enforcement mode. No health insurance, no consistent support, and documented income over $85,000. That combination practically guarantees a court order. The judge doesn't hesitate. Monthly support is calculated immediately, and health insurance becomes mandatory within 30 days. This is a reminder that once family court sees ongoing neglect, the financial consequences can escalate very quickly.
Okay, and I'm going to order you to do that within 30 days. That's what you're going to have to do. I have your net resources at $5,138.10. So your child support obligation monthly, and giving you credit, how many other children did you say?
I have 4.
4, okay. So giving you credit for your other children, your child support obligation comes out to $698.78. And I'm also going to order you pay back support to this man. He requested in his paperwork that you pay back support to him. It's known as retroactive child support. In Texas, it can go back the last 4 years. So in calculating what your monthly child support obligation should be for the past.
And here comes the number that changes the entire case. Retroactive child support. In Texas, courts can go back several years and recover unpaid support obligations, and that's exactly what happens here. Over $33,000 in back pay gets added on top of monthly child support. You can almost feel the weight of that ruling land in the room. Imagine hearing that after years of avoiding responsibility.
Last 4 years, child support back pay is $33,541.44. And I'm going to have you repay that monthly at $1,000. So your total monthly obligation is $1,698.78 for child support obligation. Any questions about that?
As long as he get a job and stop living off of me.
You know what, ma'am? He can't be living off of you if you haven't given him anything consistently.
That's according to him.
Okay, well, you have...
Even after the ruling, the mother still takes shots at the father for not working. But the judge completely dismantles that argument. You can't accuse someone of living off you when the evidence shows you barely contributed consistently in the first place. That's a powerful courtroom moment because the judge reframes caregiving itself as real work. And in this case, the father's sacrifices finally receive legal recognition.
Okay, so, exactly. Is there anything further, sir?
No, not too much. As long as she doesn't want to be around and she's willing to financially help support him, then maybe I can go off and further my education and be a better father and mother.
Sounds good to me. So, if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
By the end of this hearing, the father finally walks away with something he says he never truly had: support. The judge ordered monthly payments, health insurance, and thousands in back child support after hearing years of imbalance and emotional strain. But beyond the money, this case raises a bigger question about parenting, sacrifice, and accountability. If this courtroom story shocked you too, drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more real courtroom drama.
Welcome.
You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Eugene, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Honestly, Your Honor, I don't even know why I'm here.
All right, guys. This case starts off sounding simple: a mother asking for more child support. But within seconds, the courtroom flips upside down. The father reveals he's actually been raising their 10-year-old son for the last 3 years. And trust me, once the judge starts digging deeper, this turns from a support hearing into a brutal reality check about parenting, money, and betrayal. By the end of this case, somebody's pride is getting crushed in open court.
Your son for the past 3 years. Are you paying child support or are you paying child support?
I'm paying child support.
Okay, so that's why you're here. You're trying to get off child support.
She wants an increase.
He live with you. Okay, I'll ask her to make sense of that for me. But for now, how old is your son?
10.
10 years old, lives with you.
This is the moment the judge realizes something doesn't add up. Dad says the child lives with him full-time, he covers health insurance, daily expenses, everything. Yet somehow he's still paying child support. You can already hear the confusion in the courtroom. And honestly, most people watching are probably wondering the same thing. How does the parent with custody end up paying the other parent? That question is about to explode into the center of this case.
For an increase.
Well, I mean, I do buy things for my son, and it's expensive. And
All right, so does other parents. They buy things for their children,
Yes.
and it is expensive.
yes.
So why are you here?
Well, I have a business to run, and I need his help in order to buy these things for our son.
Wait a minute. Your son lives with him.
Yes, now he does, yes.
Now, as in 3 years ago?
3 years.
That's not now. No, it's not. 3 years he's been living with him.
Yes.
So you want an increase in child support
Yes.
to do what exactly?
To help my son, to buy things for my son.
Right. You work, right?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I have my own business. I'm a caterer.
Caterer. How much are you making in your catering business?
About 400,000.
400 what?
The mother's explanation only makes things worse. She admits the child lives with the father, but still wants more money because kids are expensive. Then comes the bombshell. She's earning around $400,000 a year through her catering business. You can literally feel the judge's patience disappear. At this point, the courtroom isn't just questioning the request. It's questioning the fairness of the entire arrangement. Would you have filed this case knowing those facts were about to come out publicly?
An increase in child support so that you can pay for your catering business.
No.
So why are you here?
Just for my son, of course.
Right, but maybe you're missing it. It's going like this,
Well, he
going
wants
over
to
your
stop
head.
paying the child support, and I don't think that he should stop paying. I think he
He
should pay more.
should stop paying if the child has been living with him for the past 3 years. Under your original court order, Mr. Eugene, give me a second. Under your original court order, you were the person that the child was living with.
Yes.
Not him.
Yes.
So that means you voluntarily relinquished conservatorship over to dad.
Yes.
Right. So dad should be the person receiving child support from you.
From me.
That's what I said.
Now the legal side gets serious. The judge explains that once the mother voluntarily allowed the child to live with the father long-term, custody dynamics changed completely. Child support is supposed to follow the child, not the title of mom or dad. And you can see the mother struggling with that reality in real time. This isn't about tradition anymore. It's about who is actually raising the child day to day. That distinction is about to cost someone thousands of dollars.
That doesn't sound right to you?
No, ma'am.
Why doesn't that sound right? Because you're the mom.
Yes. And I have to buy things for my son, and I can't do it alone.
He buys things for your son.
Well, I need to do that too.
You make $400,000 a year, ma'am.
Well, I have employees and things to pay. I mean, you know.
Okay.
I don't think that he should stop paying the child support.
What do you think he should do?
Pay me more.
Pay you more?
Yes.
While your son lives with him?
Well, I still see my son.
Okay, yeah, but?
Like maybe once a month, you know, maybe.
Oh, I see him more often than that.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe once a month.
I see him more often than that.
What's more often than that?
Well, once a week, maybe. I mean, when I have my business all day, and then I do extra catering in the evenings, and so I'm just really busy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm not, then I do go visit with my...
The judge keeps pressing her, and the answers just keep getting more uncomfortable. She says she still sees her son, but then admits it's maybe once a week because she's too busy working and running her business. Meanwhile, Dad has been carrying the full responsibility at home. The emotional tone shifts right here. This stops sounding like a financial disagreement and starts sounding like a parent slowly losing connection with their own child. Did you notice the judge's expression changing during this part?
Is that for your son only, or that includes you?
That's just my son.
Okay.
I think what this started from is she may be a little upset. I'm dating her sister.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably should have left with that, John.
You probably should have.
Yeah, I think it's some resentment going on.
You think?
Maybe. Could be, I guess.
There are plenty of women in the world. You didn't have to go for my sister.
I mean, that is kind of outside the scope of why we're here, but she does raise a...
And then, just when you think the hearing can't get messy, Dad casually reveals he's dating her sister. The entire energy in the courtroom changes instantly. Suddenly, the child support fight starts looking personal. The mother's frustration makes a lot more sense now, and even the judge realizes there's emotional fallout underneath all this legal drama. This is one of those moments where everyone watching knows the courtroom is hearing only half the real story.
Good point.
I mean,
you see why she's upset.
I'm a music teacher. Like, she plays the clarinet.
Oh, okay.
Really well.
So y'all been hitting notes together?
Yeah, exactly. You
Oh, okay.
How long have y'all been hitting notes together?
Oh.
That's the question.
That's
yeah,
not
a
to
long
be discussed today, okay?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah.
You brought it up.
400,000, okay?
You brought it up.
Well, I mean...
Well, nobody would be paying child support because we'd still be together if you weren't with my sister.
Okay, look. You know what it is, okay? You know what it is. And
I think everybody in here knows what it is.
That's all I'm saying. It didn't work out, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr. Eugene, I understand why she...
The clarinet jokes might sound funny, but underneath the laughter, there's real tension boiling over. The mother clearly feels betrayed, and the father keeps poking at that wound instead of backing off. Even the judge has to step in and calm things down. This is what makes courtroom cases like this so gripping. Legal issues and personal relationships collide at the worst possible moment. One bad breakup can completely reshape a family dynamic for years.
She a little sour, though.
Some things just
Her
happen.
sister?
Things just happen.
Y'all just didn't happen.
You wasn't there.
Mr. Eugene, Mr. Eugene.
Excuse
me, ma'am. Excuse me, Mr. I do understand her frustration. Mr. Eugene, y'all just did not, by coincidence, fall on those notes, okay? That's not what happened.
I mean...
That's not what happened. Music did not lead you two together. That is wrong.
It kind of did. It was kind of like fate. I teach music. She plays the clarinet.
Okay.
You wasn't there.
I was working,
Okay.
trying to give us a nice life.
Okay. Well, why am I supporting the child for 3 years?
Because I had the child in the first place. You're the
Watch how the conversation spirals here. The father insists the relationship with the sister just happened, while the mother fires back that she was busy working to build their life together. That line hits hard because now the audience sees two completely different versions of the same relationship. One sees opportunity and happiness. The other sees abandonment and betrayal. And when emotions like that enter a custody case, every financial argument suddenly feels personal.
one that took him, and then
You know, I'm going to go ahead and make my ruling because I see this is a little deeper, well, a lot deeper than just child support. And
It ain't deep, y'all.
No, it is deep.
yeah,
It is
You did
definitely
wrong.
deep. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to stop Dad's child support, okay? His child support should stop. You voluntarily relinquish the child to him, okay? So that means the rights that you had in terms of the child living with you primarily, you gave that up 3 years ago. So it's only fair that Dad stop paying child support.
The judge finally cuts through the chaos and focuses purely on the law. She makes it crystal clear. Because the father has had primary custody for years, his child support obligation ends immediately. No drama, no emotion, just legal reality. This is a powerful reminder that courts ultimately follow facts over feelings. And you can almost sense the moment the mother realizes this hearing is not going the way she imagined when she walked into court.
I'm going to deny your request for an increase, okay? Dad did make a request to put you on child support. So you will start paying child support today. With your income, you're capped, right? In Texas,
so I'm
we
gonna
have a
be
cap.
paying him money
Yes,
while he's over there with my sister.
pretty much, yes.
And our son. Our son.
Okay, Mr. Eugene,
to stop.
Mr. Eugene, that's not cute. Stop that. You do not have to take the knife and turn it. It's already
am his
bad enough,
mother,
okay?
not
Don't do
her.
that.
Then
Don't
be
do
there.
that.
I'm trying to be there.
Okay, as I was saying,
Then comes the twist nobody expected. The mother is ordered to start paying child support herself. And because of her high income, the amount jumps dramatically. The father's request completely backfires on her original goal for more money. The courtroom energy changes from frustration to pure shock. Imagine filing for an increase and walking out ordered to pay over $2,000 a month instead. That's the kind of reversal people never forget.
he made the request for you to pay child support. In Texas, you're capped at $9,200 for your net resources. So your monthly child support obligation giving you credit for the one, well, not credit, you have one child. So it's based on 20% of your income. That is going to bring your child support obligation to $1,840. Now, he also testified that he pays health insurance for your son. If you can get private health insurance, you do not have to reimburse him. But until that happens, you're going to be reimbursing him that $200. That brings your monthly obligation to $2,040 a month.
That's more than he was paying me.
He makes $40,000 a year, and as you can see, he likes music, okay? So
He likes people who play music.
right, he likes all of that.
Just one.
So we're just
up.
going to
Okay.
move forward, and then that's what you're.
The judge's comments here are subtle but sharp. She points out that the father earns far less, yet he's still been providing stability, health insurance, and a home for the child. Meanwhile, the mother's financial success doesn't excuse stepping away from responsibility. This moment challenges a stereotype a lot of people still carry, that fathers are automatically the secondary parent. In this courtroom, the judge focused on actions, not assumptions. Did this ruling change your perspective at all?
Child support amount is going to be to him, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any other questions, sir?
No, thank you, Your Honor, for serving justice today.
You're very welcome. Although I must say, I can't believe you did that.
I'm sorry.
Smile like he's proud of it.
I'm not proud.
What started as a routine child support request turned into one of the most dramatic reversals imaginable. A father raising his son quietly for years, a mother shocked to become the one paying support, and a family conflict made even messier by betrayal involving her own sister. By the end, the judge made one thing clear: the child's real caregiver matters more than appearances. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.